It's Christmas. It's that wonderful time of year where there's music in the air and where the smell of cakes and pies is absolutely everywhere. It's a time to give to the ones you love and to do your very best to try and fulfill their wishes. And speaking of wishes, can you guys guess what I want for Christmas? Well, yeah, a movie. I mean, duh, this is me we're talking about, but not just any movie. No, I want a sequel, but not just any sequel. No, I want a long-awaited sequel to a now classic film. A film that has sadly been bogged down by two mediocre sequels and has now just been festering, waiting for that perfect franchise revival that can truly recapture the magic that we all felt when we first saw it. Right. Well, I guess that's good too. Yeah, anybody remember the Swan Princess? For those of you that don't, it was an animated film from 1994 that was very loosely based on a ballet called Swan Lake. The movie tells the story of Princess Odette, who is cursed to turn into a swan by daylight by an evil sorcerer in order to prevent her marriage to a prince from another kingdom. It was one of those tons of animated films in the 90s that tried to emulate the then very popular Disney musical formula. Though unlike the others, this one was actually supposed to be a Disney film until the director Richard Rich left the company and decided to pursue it independently. And it was fine. It was okay. It certainly wasn't anything spectacular, but it was well done and charming enough to be well remembered today and get two decent direct-to-video sequels in 97 and 98 before it kind of faded away. But then, out of buttfuck nowhere, Swan Princess Christmas showed up on DVD in 2012, 14 years after the last movie came out. Swan Lake Christmas, huh? Well, it's no Jurassic World to be sure, but maybe it can tide me over till then, and besides, I do need a few more Christmas movies to watch, so you know what, to hell with it, let's give it a watch. It might be good. Oh my god, Shang-Bob, what did they do to you? Okay, let's be fair, that might have just been a fluke. I mean, look at this. The CG isn't actually that bad.
Bertie told me to blow the horn the very moment I see Derek's sleigh, or else...
Then again, I have been wrong about these kinds of things before. The movie begins with Rogers explaining to the audience that the ornaments on the royal Christmas tree all represent kind deeds done in the kingdom and that they're celebrated on something they call Ornament Day. The camera then swoops over a beautiful tranquil lake and
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Ow, that was loud. Okay, so now that we've established that everyone is still alive, we cut to this cat going around hearing voices. I really just said that sentence, didn't I?
Just get his attention, and soon Derek will follow you right into my trap. Then I'll have my revenge on him for doing away with me.
Now, who could this voice possibly belong to, I wonder?
Eyes on the prize, number 9. Remember, once I get my body back, I'm giving you an extra life.
So, Wuss without boots here stops the carriage underneath a mistletoe for some reason. Shang-Bob, being a bit rapey as ever, steals it for his usual turn into a prince antics when he realizes he can use it to get kisses from the ladies. As they get back to the castle, number 9 follows them and we meet Uberta and Rogers.
Derek and Odette! Oh, your first Christmas together! Oh.
Your first Christmas together? Wait a minute! Are you trying to tell me the first 3 movies all happened in the span of 1 year? And in all of those movies, it's quite clearly summer, so it's more like half a year. Wait, Odette was turned into a swan 3 times in 6 months? Are you kidding me? It was already super ridiculous how contrived it was to have her turn into a swan every movie, but if it's happened that often, that's not even a curse anymore. That's a freaking superpower. What is she supposed to be, Squirrel Girl's new sidekick? Ow, 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 ow. Anyway, number 9 follows them back to the castle and sneaks into the basement where he finds a mysterious chest.
No, don't open it. It can't be you. Derek's the one who sent me out of this life. He's the only one who can let me back in. If it's anyone else, that's it. For both of us.
Oh, so it's back to plan A then, huh? Get Derek's attention, lead him to the cellar, yada yada yada.
It's gonna be the worst Christmas present he ever opened.
You know, I gotta admit, I actually kinda like this part. I mean, it's super obvious who's speaking, but they're really trying to build this up as something really, truly silly. Son of a bitch!
Christmas!
Oh my god! Warn a guy before you do that! Ah! So, after adding monotonous dance beats to classic Christmas songs for a while, Rogers and Roberta ask Odette to make her own number for the Christmas celebration, which she doesn't seem too happy about. Hell, I wouldn't be too keen myself if I knew they were just gonna quote-unquote remix it like that. Number 9 follows Derek and Brom on their trip to find a Christmas tree, but they're all attacked by ice leopards. This scene serves next to no purpose other than reminding the audience that Derek is a badass and to make the villain promise the cat that he'll give him 9 additional lives just so that he doesn't pussy out. 'Cause he's a cat. Pussying out. A cat. Shang Bob puts his mistletoe plan into action since apparently he's scaled down from trying to get kisses from princesses to any girl he meets. The results are, to say the least, predictable.
You're good.
I get lots of practice.
Evidently, some people have no respect for Christmas traditions. Evidently, you're a frog.
That's not why I can't get smooches. Christmas is the reason.
Jean-Bob, that's it! Christmas is the reason. I love that song.
Oh my god, I know, right? It's one of my favorite Christmas songs. It's right up there with classics like What the Hell Are You Talking About and Bitch, You Just Made That One Up. So the much talked about Ornament Day finally rolls around, complete with a musical number. And I gotta admit, it's cheesy and kinda bad, but it still is pretty sweet. There's just one problem.
It's gone!
Dun dun dun! Yes, someone stole the star. Suspecting the cat, Derek follows it to the basement where he checks the mysterious chest to find nothing.
How did... That's weird.
Christmas Prince Derek gave to me away back to Earth.
No, no, no! You're supposed to parody that line on the 5th day of Christmas! Guys, like you don't know anything about Christmas I can't work like this. Fucking amateurs everywhere! Yes, it's the ghost of Rothbard! He explains that he can't do much magic because he doesn't have his body and because Christmas spirit is much stronger than him. And that's what makes it necessary for him to destroy Christmas.
But I can cast one itty-bitty spell at a time. If I play it right, Christmas will fall, along with Derek and Odette. Dang, crushing this would have put a really nice button on that speech.
So Rothbard starts floating around, spreading discord in the castle, making everybody argue amongst themselves. When Derek spots him, he goes to check on the chest once more.
He's back. And I let him in.
Hello. Hi. I'm a gate to hell. Maybe you've heard of me. No, it's just that usually people are more scared of me at this point. It's just, no, okay. It's super evil down here. Look, if I say Sewell, will that make you happy? Sewell? Worried about his findings, he takes it up with Odette.
Are you sure?
I heard him. I saw him. The chimes made him visible. They seemed to hold him.
Yes. Because they represent Christmas. And you.
Oh, right. Uberta put swans on all the Christmas decorations. You know, because she's so subtle. Derek and Odette instantly figure out Rothbart's plan, and they put wind chimes everywhere so that he can't get around and has to step it up with an even better master plan. But you know, who cares about little things like the plot when we can have musical number contests?
Don't you tell a single soul what I'm gonna say.
Oh dear, that's too cute.
I liked it better when the Ninja Turtles did it.
Take the holes with pepperoni. Fa la 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 la.
So yeah, in one of the more bizarre moments of the movie, Uberta and Rogers have this cute off where they try to introduce even cuter animals into their separate Rothbart leaves the castle and goes to a nearby village to steal their Christmas spirit instead. But number 9 suddenly refuses to help him unless he gets one of his new lives in advance, which Rothbart is unable to pay. As luck would have it though, that's when Bridget...
Who's Bridget?
Me, Bridget!
His old partner in crime, arrives and spots him.
Right. Well, maybe Bridget and Big Naughty work together again.
Hey, wait. We have a deal.
Oh, me not sure about that. Okay, me in. Me all the way in.
Ew. Okay, that doesn't happen. Instead, Bridget informs Rothbart of Odette's earlier failed attempt to bring back the Christmas spirit by using, get this, singing orphans in her musical number.
Goodwill toward men and grace we sing this day. His blessed birth in Bethlehem, the life, the truth, the way. Christmas is the reason for the season.
Oh, I'm just so glad all your parents are dead, children. I just don't know who else I'd exploit otherwise. Oh, Christmas is saved! Odette then tries to bring Rogers and Uberta to a poor village to deliver food and presents in an attempt to get them to work together and restore their Christmas spirit. Though it doesn't really work very well at first.
Put that back.
The Queen delivers the ham.
Who made up that rule?
I did, and I am the Queen.
I had it first. Shh. She's hogging the ham.
You've got the potatoes and the stuffing.
2 side dishes don't equal a ham. Do they, Odette? Do 2 side dishes equal a ham?
I'll carry the ham.
Happy? No, neither of us has the ham.
Are you totally sure about that? Because I can't really tell with all that scenery chewing. The plan eventually does work, and the town is once again full of Christmas spirit, which renders Rothbart powerless once more. But he has a new plan and convinces number 9 to fetch one of Rogers' Christmas lights. Oh, yeah, Rogers is like some inventor guy now, and he invented electric light. Just roll with it. So that he can plant magic in it that will destroy all the ornaments once it is lit. Bridget then warns Rothbart that Derek and Brom are building a trap for him and shows him where it is, thus tricking him into walking straight into it.
You make a pretty good spy, Bridget.
Damn, nice one! Anyway, Bridget then warns David that Rothbart and number 9 still have some kind of plan, and he runs to the Christmas show to try and find out what it is. Sadly, he figures it out way too late, and the tree is lit.
Give me some skin, baby.
Now that's Rothbart for ya. Even while trying to kill everybody and take away goodwill amongst men, he still has the time to request a high five. Yeah, Rothbart is a total bro. So, being as theatrical as he is, he appears on stage, takes the crown and quickly incapacitates Derek, now having the perfect chance to kill him once and for all.
The Cedar governments move into Swan Lake, and you're coming with me, princess. Oh, Dad! Sorry, Derek, but I'm sure you can find your own way there. And be sure to bring your A game.
I have a gun in my room. You give me 5 seconds, I'll get it. I'll come back down here. Boom! I'll blow their brains out.
Scott, you just don't get it, do you? You don't.
I know.
Derek arms himself and runs off to battle Rothbard along with his animal friends once again. And can you guess what Rothbard does in the meantime?
Sweetheart.
No. No.
Oh no.
So, I'm nostalgic.
Do what you want with me, but you will never destroy Christmas.
Christmas priorities, lady! Derek then shows up, Rothbard turns into the beast once more, and they fight it out for a while. But then, since this movie hasn't quite used the stock Christmas magic trope enough yet...
Pictures tell a story.
No.
The rejoicing.
The song's doing something.
Keep singing louder, louder.
No.
Christmas time.
No!
It's the season.
Bullshit! Son of a... Hey, remember how Derek won the fight last time these two duked it out? He fought! He picked up his sword, he gave it his all, and he killed the monster. He fought for the woman he loved, he drew his sword, and he won by virtue of being the better and more resourceful fighter. Not because Odette whined hard enough.
I can't hear your heart beating, but I know you still hear me.
Oh, and her whining resurrects Derek too, by the way. Then again, I guess that's to expect from a goody-good, pure as snow, gumdrops and lollipops princess like she's somehow become. I mean, come on! Odette never resorted to that kind of stuff in the other movies. I mean, it never worked, but she usually at least tried to escape on her own or tried to take part of the action. Here she just sits down and sobs about it until everything magically works out for her. Way to set your female character back 30 years, you assholes! I mean, at least when she was resurrected, there was some kind of dark magic involved. That I can accept. Not freaking whining about it until you get your way. What the hell kind of message is that to send to kids? Ugh. Yeah, the tree is brought back, everyone sings about Jesus or some junk like that, and the movie ends happily ever after. Holy crap. So there you have it, guys. That's the Swan Princess Christmas, and by God, it has got to be one of the lamest franchise revives I've seen in a long ass time. The CGI is awful and it's contrived and lazy, and even when it does have some occasionally somewhat entertaining moments, it just ends up being offensively stock and pandering, teaching kids that you can boo-hoo your problems away no matter how severe they are. It's the kind of film that really shitty parents would put on to get their children to shut up for 90 minutes, and frankly, kids deserve way better than that. So I'm not even really full of rage or anything, but there is this one burning question that's buzzing around in my mind, and that question is, why? Why does this exist? Why was it made? Why did Swan Princess suddenly need a Christmas movie 14 years after the fact? We may never know, because after this one was made, there was never another sequel. That's it, I'm done. I'm just not doing this anymore. I quit, I'm fucking done. I don't want to do this anymore. Merry Christmas! Happy December, everybody, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or you just think it's a nice day. I really hope you enjoyed my review of A Swan Princess Christmas, and if you did, here's a couple more videos that you can watch. You can also subscribe to my channel to stay updated on when new videos come out, And if you want to see what goes through my head at any given moment, there's always Facebook and Twitter. So with that, merry whichever holiday you celebrate, and I'll see you guys in the new year.